love him as a coach. I can tell that he's dedicated into it. I feel like like they were just really just in the whole meeting. There just really was a lot of questions about me and my background.
You had a chance to meet with the Lions yet?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Kool-Aid, the Ravens have taken plenty of corners from Alabama. The Ravens have. What would your thoughts be if that was, they were to do that again with you?
Well, whichever team draft me, I'll be blessed. And if the Ravens was to draft me, I'll just be ready to help the organization in the best way I could, and that's any organization.
Do you talk to any of the Alabama corners the Ravens have drafted, like Marlon Humphrey or Jalen Armour-Davis?
No, I talked to Jalen Armour-Davis a little bit. I haven't really talked to him deep about like what's the difference between Alabama and the Ravens. But just when me and him talk, it's more just checking on each other, moving on from.
Talk a little bit about your relationship with Terrion Arnold, kind of going through this process together, both being on the field as well as kind of going through workouts, kind of battling for that job and that title of like CB1 coming out in the draft.
That's my brother, so I wouldn't say that we're in competition at all. That's my brother. I love him to death, and he's a special player. He have great ball skills. He play well. He understand the games. He know how to make plays, and like I said, me and him was no competition. We're not battling. I would say for no position. And
what kind of separates you as like players though, like Terrion in his game versus you in your game? Because obviously there's little discrepancies. What would you say kind of like separates you two as players?
I would say Terrion more of like an athlete and more like a freak of nature. I'm more of a guy who's who got great IQ and just a real football player, understands the game.
Who would you say is the toughest guy that you've ever covered in your time at Bama?
I would say it had to be George Pickens, A.D. Mitchell, and Jermaine Burke.
What kind of sticks out with Pickens in his game that made him so difficult to cover?
Pickens just don't let no ball hit the ground. No matter how good you got him covered, he always going to find a way to come up with a grab.
What do you think about the college football game, and what do you think your rating is?
If I was on the college football game, I think my rating would definitely be between a 96 and a 98.
Who do you think should be on the cover?
I definitely think between Caleb Downs and Jalen Miro.
Have you met with the Cowboys?
No, sir.
How about the Steelers?
Yes, I met with Steelers.
Was that a formal meeting with Coach Tomlin, and how'd that go if that was so?
Good. It's just like the same type of thing. We didn't watch no football in there. It was kind of like a background type of deal. Wanted to know where I'm from, about my family, my upbringing, high school and college, and why did I choose what college I went to.
Do you have any background then with like Minka?
Yes, I have met with Texas. It went very good. Just the same type of meeting. Everyone just really just wanted to know my background and know my upbringing. Like I was saying, high school, why I chose what college I went to. Then in that meeting, we also went over a little football.
Kool-Aid, is it?
I would say just because like it's real genuine love between me and Terrion, and it's like that's a good thing that he said. The media always try to make us tear each other down or tear each other apart. But I feel like if Terrion was to go first, I'll be able to ask him for anything. If I was to go last, or vice versa, however it went, we'd still be brothers, and it would be nothing that I can ask him for. We'll have the same relationship that we had leading up to this situation that we're in.
Kool-Aid, talk about T-Rob and what he meant when he came to Alabama, your relationship with him and the DBs.
T-Rob is awesome, man. He actually one of my favorite coaches I've ever been a part of that I've played for. I would say just the bond with him was more just love, more like an uncle. I would say I could talk to him about anything, whether it was football or off the field reasons. He always tell me the truth still to this day, what he thinks about anything. So just talking with him and just knowing that I can talk to him about anything just was very special to me.
What technical aspect for you and Terrion? I mean, as far as him coaching the position, why is he so effective, and what kind of things do you learn from a guy like that?
From who?
From T-Rob, Coach T-Rob. I know he's coaching the
just knowing that T-Rob's been around a lot of great players, and the things that he has done is just make you want to believe in everything that he's saying, trust everything he's saying. And actually to be able to listen to a person, then go out on the field and do it, and it actually work, just makes you build more and more trust in the person.
Cool. What sort of relationship do you have with Pat Surtain?
I haven't met with him.
What sort of relationship do you have with Pat Surtain, and how much do you look up to his game?
I have a neutral relationship with Pat Surtain. If I wanted to reach him, I could. But the most I look into his game is I think we kind of play alike. We kind of have the same playing style, whether that's playing press man or playing zone. We came, of course, from the same college and same coach, so was being Coach Saban. So we was taught the same type of thing. So if I ever just wanted to look at something back when I was at college, old film, I always pull up his film and see how he did it, and just to kind of add it to my game.
What makes you a good nickel corner?
I feel like I can play in the slot because just the training that I had at Bama, you have to know everything. You have to know how to be able to play everywhere. And I feel like I'm physical enough on the edge to set the edge if there was a bubble. I feel like I can play the slot and guard whoever's in the slot, whether it's a fast or a quick guy. I feel like my knowledge and understanding leverage as a nickel is very at a high level.
What's the biggest challenge about playing inside like that?
The biggest challenge I would say is probably just staying consistent in physicality, just being physical, play in, play out, whether it's run or pass. Just understanding your assignment because in the inside, one play you're like a linebacker, which you got to set the edge and be physical and shoot the gaps. Next play you may have to be covering like you're a corner. So.
Kool-Aid, you mentioned Caleb Downs. What did he do to impress you last year at Alabama, and what should Ohio State expect from him?
Caleb Downs is like when he was a freshman, he was like he already had been there 3 years. He understood how to do everything. He understood his body. He understood how to play. He understood coaching. Ohio State, I feel, is getting a great player, man. Very excited for Caleb.
What is this moment like for you? I mean, just being at the NFL Combine, seeing all these teams, all the scouts, knowing that you're going to get drafted. What is it like? What are the emotions?
The emotions are just very high. I'm very happy, but I just understand that this is not the end. But I'm very blessed to be here.
What have teams sort of told you about your game that they like, that they think can translate to the next level?
Just me being able to play man and not being afraid to get in anyone's face and to challenge them at the line of scrimmage and being able to run with guys and cut them off and make plays down the field, make plays when they're shorter routes.
Have you played well in man, played well in off, and is there like a certain system or certain scheme that you fit in those?
No, I feel like I can fit into any scheme as a cornerback. I feel like if I went to a team that play more off zone, or if I went to a team that play man, they'll be getting the same player that would have the same production.
How do you feel about covering some of the bigger receivers? How do you think you handle that?
I think I handle big receivers well than I handle anything. Just getting up in their face, having a boxing match with them, and fighting with them at the line of scrimmage. I feel like I do that very well.
Have you had a formal meeting with the 49ers by chance?
Yes, sir.
Kool-Aid, have you met with the Buccaneers yet?
No, sir.
Kool-Aid, what's the flavor, man? And has the Bills been in contact with you?
No, sir. I don't think I met with the Bills yet. I had a lot of these teams coming, but I don't really have a flavor, man. But my favorite flavor is probably pink lemonade.
Have you talked to any other Alabama teammates that are in the league now about this pre-draft process and combine you guys have gone through?
Yes, sir. I done talked to Brian Branch and Quentin Williams and Jordan Battle. Talk to those guys. Just enjoy it and to embrace it and just to do what I do. Just basically that, to enjoy it and embrace it and just take it all in.
What advice do you get about the transition of going from college to the pros, just being a DB? What do people tell you? What pointers do they give you about making that transition?
Well, I haven't just exactly got to that point yet. Right now, just focused on the combine and get through this process, doing the interviews and stuff like that. I haven't really had the time to sit down with guys like Brian Branch and guys like that to talk and get pointers from them on what the biggest change was, because obviously I haven't got there yet.
Have you met with Denver?
No, sir.
You haven't met with the Bears, have you?
No, sir.
Kool-Aid, how old were you when you started going by Kool-Aid?
0. 1 minute.
Who gave you the nickname?
My grandmother.
Why?
When I came to my mom, I was smiling. She said I had the Kool-Aid smile. That's why I said 1 minute after birth. That's when I started going by the name Kool-Aid.
A lot of talk is being said about your on speed. How are you able to use it competitively in those contexts? What's kind of doing that set?
I would say people always question my long speed because you really can't find no plays where I'm beat or where I'm having to use long speed, because I do a good job of keeping guys cut off and having good technique at the line of scrimmage where guys do not have the chance to run past me and I have to lose long speed. I feel like as a DB, if you run as fast as you can, some not good. You either chasing after someone that broke a long run, or receiver got past you. So just my long speed may be a question because I do a good job with my technique at the line of scrimmage, or even when I'm playing zone like cover 3 or quarters. Just staying on top of guys, because you have to, as a DB, you have to respect the deep part of the field. You cannot give up nothing deep, and every DB coach will agree with that in the world. So I think that's the main reason my speed is questioned, just because I do a good job of cutting guys off, and there's no tape where you can see a guy beat me deep.
Are there any players you sort of model your game after, or just watched growing up and you want to be like them, or anything like that?
I wouldn't say I really wanted to be like no one. I always just kind of wanted to be myself. But a couple guys that I do like to watch in the league is Pat Surtain and Jalen Ramsey. Those are guys I like to watch if I was to watch anyone.
What is it about them that stands out?
Like I said, me and Pat Surtain, we kind of came up in the same system, so I feel like we have similar games, and we kind of play a lot with bump and run, and also just being able to play press bill and playing zone. And I love the way Jalen Ramsey play all over. He's just a playmaker, whether he's in nickel, whether he's at corner, just making plays, making tackle, being physical, just his game style.
You said a lot of teams have been asking you about your background. How much, from being from Birmingham, do you think that shapes you as a player, but also as a person with your background?
Just being from Birmingham, things are naturally rough, and that's kind of what the teams are trying to get at and ask me questions about that. But I just let them know that that's what motivates me, just being from a rough area and just trying to give kids a different way of looking at life and just being a motivation for those kids.
Everybody, we've got time for one last question. Right here, go ahead.
Well, the biggest improvement I would say I'm looking into is just being more consistent. Just being consistent in everything that I do, whether it's practice, game, and a walkthrough rep or just anything. Just being consistent and treating every rep, every walkthrough, every play, every practice like it's the last play of the Super Bowl.
Thank you.